Hello, welcome to the History Fella channel. My name is Ben. What I'm going to do today is a book haul video. I'm going to split it into two. Do the one today and then the next video over the weekend. I've had a pen and sword delivery in a couple of boxes and I've got 18 books in the book haul. So I thought I'd split it into two videos, then the videos are not too long. But anyway, before I get on with it, I want to wish you all a good weekend. I hope you have a good weekend with your families and you're all safe, well, healthy and happy, and you've had a good week. Right, there you go. The first book I'm going to look at is called Armies of Anglo-Saxon England, 410 to 1066, written by Gabriele Esposito, and it's part of the Armies of the Past series. Published by Pen and Sword Books and priced at £25. These are excellent little books because each book looks at various armies throughout the ages and kind of looks at their history, the organisation, the weapons they used, what equipment they used to wear and carry and use. It's a really good book. Tells you all the detail, and you really get to know that particular army and how they kind of coped and survived and fought. A couple of the quotes on the back. The Armies of the Past series has set new standards in the study of ancient armies. Very highly recommended. And the next one, this is an excellent book, lavishly illustrated with full colour drawings and photographs of reenactors. I have no problem giving this book a 5-star rating. So it's going to be good, and these books are always kind of interesting. Gives you a light into armies that you kind of get forgotten about and don't get much attention. The next book I think I'm going to enjoy very much. It's called Laugh or Cry. The British Soldier on the Western Front, 1914 to 1918. Written by Peter Hart and Gary Bain. I think actually these two have a podcast together, which is very popular. So if you want, you can try and check that out. But the podcast specifically looks at various battles throughout the Great War. On the back it says, a fresh approach to research in day-to-day life in trench warfare. Extensive archive research for first-hand quotes and accounts from the Western Front demonstrates how soldiers adapted to their surroundings and used humour as a coping mechanism. As I said, that's published by Pen and Sword, priced at £25. And military humour is traditionally quite dark and a little twisted, not to everybody's taste, but I think actually I'm going to enjoy this one. Kind of suits my sense of humour. That's Laugh or Cry. And don't forget, I'll put a link to Pen and Sword books below this video, so if you fancy a copy of any of the books, click on the link, pop along to the website, pick out the book, and if you follow the link you can often find that the price is lower on the website through that link. Right, the next book is a bit of juicy gossip. Medieval Royal Mistresses. Mischievous Women Who Slept with Kings and Princes, written by Julia A. Hickey, priced at £25 and published by Pen and Sword Books. From the back it says, Medieval Royal Mistresses gives the voice to the women often written out of history, mistresses, lovers and concubines. Delve into the drama and scandal surrounding women, in brackets, and some men, who slept with medieval kings, princes and knights. Expertly weaves politics, religious context in amongst compelling relationships and their dramatic consequences. That might be a bit lively. The next one is Hurricanes in Action Worldwide, written by Adrian Stewart, published by Pen and Sword Books, and priced at £22. You often find the Hurricanes like the workhorse of World War II, and kind of gets very overshadowed by the Spitfire. So I'm kind of looking forward to reading a good bit about the Hurricanes. The Hawker Hurricane was the RAF's most valuable fighter asset in the Second World War, yet even today relatively underappreciated by the general public. Yet from the early months of the war, it was the single-engine fighter most often encountered by the Luftwaffe, and during the Battle of Britain, it made 80% of the successful interdictions of enemy formations. So that sounds good, and I'm going to enjoy reading that more about the Hurricanes rather than the Spitfires, which tend to get all the glory. The next one is slightly different. This won't be a happy Christmas read, this one. This is Images of War, Operation Hoss. The deportation of Hungarian Jews to Auschwitz and Birkenau from May to July 1944. Rare photographs of wartime archives, written by Ian Baxter, who writes a lot on Second World War. Priced at $14.99 and published by Pen and Sword Books. Basically, these books are mainly full of images. So the books on the concentration camps can sometimes be obviously very sad and distressing for some, but I mean, just flicking through, it's got obviously pictures of refugees and people in prisoner of war camps, and they're not, barely any clothing, all malnourished. There's a chapter here on slave labour. It can be quite a sad book, but it's certainly a book, in my opinion, that people need to read and see what happened, so that in the hope that things like this won't happen again. But that's Operation Hoss, published by Pen and Sword Books. Next book is a slightly smaller book than normal, but it kind of looks and it's a nice ditty one. It's called The Steep Atlantic Stream, a memoir of convoys and corvettes. Written by Robert Harling, with drawings by John Worsley. The atmospheric, humorous, yet in the end deeply sad memoir of the author's experiences during the Battle of the Atlantic offers one of the most original accounts of the war at sea in the cockleshell corvettes, which faced down the threat of the U-boat menace. This is a classic, absorbing and realistic work, which more than almost any other Second World War naval memoir, leaves the reader with an unforgettable impression of what the war at sea was really like. That is $14.99 and published by Seaforth Publishing, which is part of the Pen and Sword group. Again, you can, if you just follow the Pen and Sword link below this video, you can get a hold of that copy or that book. Right, the next one is Free French Spitfire Hero, The Diaries and Search for René Michot, published by Airworld Books, part of the Pen and Sword group, and priced at £25. There's a quote on the back. If fate allows me only a brief fighting career, I shall thank heaven for having been able to give my life for the liberation of France. Let my mother be told that I have always been very happy and thankful for the opportunity that has been given to me to serve God, my country, and those I love, and that whatever happens, I shall be near her. So that does sound quite interesting. Free French Spitfire hero. Alright, the penultimate book in this group, isn't it a big one, from Seaforth Publishing, is called Warships of the Soviet Fleets, 39 to 45. Volume 1, Major Combatants. Written by, oh dear. Now you know I'm not good at Russian names, but it's written by three Russian fellas. I'm not going to pronounce them because I will definitely butcher them. I don't really like doing that. But that's from Seaforth Publishing, priced at £45. The most comprehensive listing of Soviet warships of this era in English, based on unique access to Russian sources, illustrated with 300 specifically commissioned plans and 500 rare photographs. 75 years after the end of the Second World War, the details of Soviet ships, their activities and fates remain an enigma to the West. In wartime, such information was classified, and after a brief period of glasnost, the Russian state has again restricted access to historical archives. Therefore, the value and originality of this book is difficult to exaggerate. It sees the first publication of reliable data on both the seagoing fleets and riverine flotillas of the Soviet Navy, listing over 6,200 vessels, from battleships to river gunboats and mercantile conversions, as well as purpose-built warships. Divided into 3 volumes, this first covers major surface warships down to MTBs and armoured gunboats, as well as submarines. And it's like one of those coffee table books. It's full of glossy pictures and drawings and plans. And that's from Seaforth Publishing, priced at £45. Again, Seaforth is part of the Pen and Sword group. So again, if you follow the link, you should be able to find this book. Oh. And the last book, in difference to the last one, this is just a nice thin paperback style one. This is called Pack Wagon, heavy armoured cars that were in the German Army, Waffen SS and the Luftwaffe units, serving on the Western and Eastern fronts 44 to 45. Written by Dennis Oliver. And basically these books are for like model makers. Priced at $18.99 and published by Pen and Sword Books. These are a great book, and I've got quite a few tank ones, but yeah, basically they're aimed at model makers. So if you like building your airfix models and that sort of thing, you can do various artwork and paint jobs for specific war theatres. And this one focuses on the Pack Wagon. An excellent book, especially obviously if you're into model making. So there we have it. That's the first half of the boxes that I've received today. And these books are obviously going to be give me plenty of reading to do over the Christmas holidays. and things to do when you're off work. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. You've managed to make it this far. There will be the second part of the video will come out over the weekend, so hopefully you can enjoy that too. If you want to leave any comments, please feel free to do so. If there's some of the books you quite fancy, or if you want to tell me what you thought your top 3 would be, then feel free to leave a comment down below. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and if you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, then please do so. We seem to be gathering a small army of supporters and subscribers to this channel, so everyone is welcome and more the merrier. Other than that, take care of yourselves, have a good weekend, and thank you very much for watching.